Good morning, the boxing world. Welcome to Strictly Boxing with Derek Poppy Rolon. Okay, fellas, man, everybody talking about the big press conference yesterday, man, over in the Barclays Center. I was out there in New York yesterday at the press conference, man. A lot of people was getting frustrated, man, because Tank was so late, man. He came so late, man, like supposed to start it at 1 o'clock. Then they hit the email that it wasn't going to start till 4 o'clock. And even then, he was about an hour and a half or even 2 hours late, man. It was, a little frustrating for the reporters, man, for the media, man, that had to wait for Tank to, get there. I think that's very unprofessional, man. And I don't know, man. He could have had some difficulties, so I'm not going to judge him, But listen, man, it was a different energy, man. Something we're not used to seeing Tank. He just looked like he had a whole lot going on, man. It was to my surprise, Calvin Ford wasn't there. Kenny Ellis wasn't there. And he kind of looked a little bit, a little alone, man. And it was just a different energy, man. And we're not used to seeing Tank like that. He did say, though, man, that they asked him a question about what he's going to do next year, and he said he had a couple more fights, but he's ready to leave boxing, man. He sounds like he just tired of it, man, And I think, man, sometimes with the fighters, man, when that struggle is gone, man, and sometimes the love is gone, man, when you grinding, man, and you hungry, man, and you this is what you work for because you need it and you want it, man. But when you start making millions and millions of dollars, and now it's a whole different mindset, man. The mindset is different because you ain't got that hunger no more, man. And it's a common thing for big fighters, man, top fighters, man. When they lose their hunger, man, they really they lose the love. And it's just a little bit different, man. Podcast talking about who won the debate or who won at the press conference. I don't know if it's a winner or a loser. Roach appeared like he was focused. He was on time. He spoke with confidence. He sounded like he was ready for the opportunity. He said the crowd is going to be surprised. He said he's going to beat them. Now these two guys fought each other 2 times in the amateurs. They mentioned that, and Tank clearly, he says, I beat him already. I beat him twice. But Roach made a very good, important point. He said it's 2 different fighters, man, 2 different games, man. The professional and the amateurs, this is 2 different things going on. And a lot of people keep saying things about he moved up in weight. So he moved up in weight. And what we're doing about him moving up in weight, we're saying, oh, he's a lighter guy. But how many guys moved up in weight, man, and became different champions in different weight classes, man? Pretty much everybody, man. Roberto Duran was a lightweight. And he went to welterweight and to middleweight. And it's just most fighters, man, great fighters, champions move up from one weight class, go to the next division, and many of them have won world titles when they moved up in weight. So I don't understand how the moving up in weight he's a little, I don't know, bruh. Lamont Roach looked bigger than Tank to me. When you size him up at the press conference yesterday, Lamont looked bigger, and so I don't think that size thing is something that we really could focus on, man. Somebody in the crowd said something about betting on Roach and Tank. No, Tank was like, yo, how much you want to bet? Guys said, I want to bet 100. It's funny, because people on the other podcasts, man, was saying he didn't look like he had 100,000, but that's how Tank thinking. You said 100, it's not $100. It's 100K. Tank talk about it, you 100,000. But, the guy, he talk about betting $100. Like, sizable, friendly bet. Bet 100, I bet 100, that's normal people, But Tank, he's a multi-millionaire, he want to bet 100 grand on a fight. It's kind of a funny thing. The guy that said that was part of the Roach team, so Roach clearly cleaned it up and was like, nah, look, my man, he ain't talking about 100,000, man, But it was just talk. The concern really was that, for me, man, not seeing Calvin Ford and Kenny Ellis, man, really was like a disappointment for me. Sorry to hear that, man. I thought it was a rumor. So I never said anything about anything about Calvin Ford and Tank Davis splitting up. I just heard it and I didn't pay it no mind. Didn't say nothing to nobody about it. But after the press conference yesterday, maybe there is some validity to it, man. Maybe there's some validity to the fact that Tank Davis is no longer with Calvin Ford and Kenny Ellis. And I hope it's not true, but what other reason could we have for none of them being at the press conference with him at the Barclays Center yesterday? It's I don't know, man, if they split, I don't know of the reasons, if it was a money issue or sometime, when you got a trainer that's like a dad to you, man, sometimes, man, it gets difficult when dad wants you to be a little strict on you about being different ways, and you like his son, but at the same time, you're not his son. So you're trying to tell him what needs to be done. There's a certain level of respect, man, that clearly he had for Calvin that made me believe that they was gonna be together, and that was the glue, man. That was the greatness that Tank had, because he had somebody that genuinely in his corner that he trusted and that knew he had his back. Now, that's a different ball game when you make it to the top and you make it to who you are and not everybody else around you. And then if you split with, the one guy that was there when nobody was there, it's kind of like, well, who really got your best interests at heart? Or is the new guy just there because now you made it and he's just trying to get paid? That's what it usually is. I hate to say it, but that's what it is, man. And it's just sad in the boxing game, man, that even with close things they want to say, put it in the contract, but it's just debatable sometimes, man. You're my trainer, you're my manager, and I know business is business. I gotta have it in a contract because it's legally binding, and you never know what could happen. And things could happen and things go on where you need a contract. Hey, that's just what it is. And so maybe they operated on a central level of it was respect and it was trust, and I didn't need a contract because I love him like my son or I love him like my dad. And so, and I hope I'm wrong, man. I know I hope I'm wrong, man. I hope that it's not, maybe something happened and they wasn't there, but it's just hard to believe that none of them, none of the trainers who got Tank the way he is had any had any reason not to be there, man. I don't know, man. Let me know what you guys think, man. If you think there's a reason, or if you know something, if you know if they broke it up, have a good day, man. If you think this is a rumor and it's still not true and they're still together, let me know, man. I really want to know. I hope it's not true because, history has shown that the fighters that, they get the money and they move on, and the guy who really got their back ain't there no more, and now they get involved with different stuff, and it's just easy to get distracted, man, when you're a multi-millionaire. It's easy to get distracted. You grow up in the hood, and now all the things you got, and all the people coming at you, and you ain't got somebody that legally, I mean, not legally, but somebody that really got your back, man, and just there for you, man, that you know it's a different thing. But clearly to me at the press conference, Lamont Roach to me looked to be more calm, more relaxed, and more focused. We'll see, man. They're going to fight us on March 1st. So we got a lot of time between now and then. You know, you got the holiday season, you know, a lot of stuff. So hopefully Tank, whatever is bothering him or whatever the situation is, could be resolved within the next month or so, where he can have a good training camp, man, 2 months, 3 months, whatever it takes, but he'll have enough time to get ready and do his best, man. He did make a statement about retiring. He's really tired of it. You know, he feel himself after a couple more fights. He's talking about retiring. You know, I clearly, you know, I said it loud in the crowd, like, you know, you gonna retire before fighting SHAKUR, and they didn't want to answer questions that was outside of just dealing with the fight at hand. And that's okay, understandable. That's understandable that we want to focus on what we came here for. Lamont Roach is fighting with Tank Davis March 1st, and that was the focus, and who you think gonna win and what one person got to do to win. I think Lamont Roach was underestimated. You know, I looked him up, I looked at his record. He looks like a solid champion. Looks like a solid champion, solid skills, solid background, good amateur career, national level amateur fighter, and he just moving up to another weight class. And I think, and like he said at the press conference, he told Tank, I heard, you know, some things been going on, and I think you better get your game up, man. Get your game up. Let's see. I think we're in for a good fight. I'm not going to sit here and say that the favorite, we got Tank as the favorite. You know, he got a tremendous punching power. And, you know, I went against him a few other times, and he's proven to me that he made me a believer that Tank right now is one of the top class fighters in the world today. I got to give him that, man. But clearly it looks like a lot going on mentally. To me, I think boxing is a mental game. Your mental got to be good. Your mental got to be straight. Your focus got to be right. And to go in the ring not on your A game, not mentally correct, is very, what's the word I'm looking for? Dangerous. It's a very dangerous situation. And we'll see March 1st, Lamont Roach versus Gervonta Tank Davis for Tank's title. Now, here's the situation. You know, they asked Lamont, if you win this fight, who you fighting next? He said, Tank. Like, well, there's a rematch in the clause. He said it's always a rematch in the clause. When you're fighting for the title, you beat the champion, you're getting, you know, a rematch. You got to have a rematch to fight him. So he already looking that it's going to be a rematch for the fight. So, you know, he's saying to Tank, nah, you ain't retired because you gotta fight me twice. You fighting me again. And that was kind of funny. But hey, man, Tank showed good love, man. You know, he was smiling at the little young kid walked up to him, and he was happy, smiling, signing the gloves for the young kid. Little young guy walked up to him. That was nice. You know, a lot of promoters was getting frustrated at him being late, though, man. Some people called that it was very disrespectful to the media for him coming late and stuff like that. But when he opened up and he spoke a bit. He thanked a lot of people that put him here. He thanked a lot of the promoters and you know, he and the media. So he could have had some issues with traveling. I mean, the time. Sometimes you get caught in traffic and whatever was going on, man. Traveling in New York is difficult, man. So maybe, you know, he had some legitimate reason that caused him to be a couple hours late for the press conference. Sometimes you can't hold it against him. Even though I heard a lot of people in the crowd, that was getting frustrated, man. Man, this is Dirk Poppy rolling, man. If you know, man, if somebody know, man, that if Tank and Calvin Ford and Kenny Ellis is not together, or if you know they is together, man, I appreciate it, man. Hit me up, man. Drop that, said, nah, man, they still working together. They just was unable to make it at the press conference yesterday. And I'm hoping, man, that if they had some beef, man, that they can resolve that right there and get back on, man, because there's a good team, man. I thought it was a good team, and I think that's what was the one of the main reasons for Tank's success in boxing, in this game of boxing, was because he had a good team, man. Both coaches worked together, and the respect level amongst them was on a high level. So I thought that was the secret to his success, and I'm hoping that Tank could to get that back, man, and that's what it really is, man. Because when your mental ain't good and you got this going on and that going on, and now you don't got no father figure, so now or somebody you respect like a father, now you do what you want to do. And sometimes, man, that money, man, can make us crazy, man. That money make us crazy sometimes, man. Sometimes we get that money, we can go do here. We got now the girls coming at you, man, and now the rappers and the drug dealers and everybody on your level. Now you heard some things about Tank involved with some betting, boxing betting in the gym type of training fight stuff going on. So I don't know, man. I don't know what it is. You hear a whole lot of stuff, man. And sometimes, man, it's just good to have a person that's grounded, man, that really love you and care about you, man. So, Tank, man, I hope that you resolve your issues, man, with somebody that started you off, man, changed your life, and it was there. And I hope that these rumors are not true, and that come the time March 1st, man, we'll see Calvin and Kenny in your corner. All right, man, listen, this is Dirk Poppy. Roll on, man, at Strictly Boxing. Shouting out, man, about the press conference with Tank Davis and Lamont Roach, man. Let me know what you think, man. Drop a comment. Get involved. Let me know what it is, man. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, man, I appreciate it if you subscribe. If you like the channel, hit the thumbs up, man. This is what it is, man. But I would definitely, man, want to hear what you guys got to say about it, man. And if you know, man, if this rumor is false, man, just let me know, man. I really hope that, it's not what it appears, man. All right, man, this is Dirk Poppy rolling that Strictly Boxing. Peace.